look, to me, it's all about hand-holding investors through this AI revolution. And I think we're looking, in our opinion, this is still only the second inning of the 9-inning game. And everything we see from all of our spending is about the multiplier. For every dollar spent on Godfather of AI, Nvidia, on those chips, there's a $8 to $10 multiplier across the rest of tech, which is why I continue to believe that tech stocks are going to be up 25% into next year. And it's only 10 p.m. in this AI party that goes to 4 a.m.
Right, and you've been saying that for some time. I think you may have moved us an hour later. I'm not sure along the way.
It started off at 9 p.m. Now it's 10 p.m.
Okay, it's 10 p.m. Dan, there is this question as to, are investors going to start to demand to see a real return from all the investment that's been made, the hundreds of billions, frankly, that will have been invested and will be invested in the coming year as well by the hyperscalers, for example. Do you think that demand will be made, and will it be met?
Look, that's been the big question. I think we started to see that inflection point with the message of Palantir. Because I think if you look at Palantir, that was the first one in the use case that we start to now see these things play out across enterprise. Then Salesforce, that was a huge moment where we saw from Benioff in terms of that last quarter. I actually think software is going to be the key. I think the use cases are expanding across the board. I mean, we have use cases and enterprises that we're talking to up 5x in terms of deploying AI and what I ultimately use cases even over the last 6 months. And I think that is going to be the key as this all plays out. Look, $2 trillion of CapEx, AI CapEx the next 3 years. Fighting that is going to be tough, and that's what I continue to say. The bears can find AI in the spreadsheets. I get it. These companies have to execute. But execution's been there, and now it's going to be about the rest of tech. That's why we laid out. Those are the top 10 plays that we see for AI in 2025.
In terms of enterprise AI in particular, you think the two best software plays are Palantir and Salesforce. What are some examples of software companies that you are more doubtful of their AI potential?
Look, I think Adobe, you'd have to be a little more doubtful in terms of, what they can do. I think obviously still a huge potential. I think when you look at, I think IBM's had a lot of success, but to me, it's really who are the ones proving it out. It's Palantir. It's Salesforce. I think it's MongoDB. It's Snowflake. I think Oracle's having a huge renaissance of growth. And then you're also going to see, with Khan done at the FTC, you are going to see M&A skyrocket across tech. These big tech players are going to get stronger, and they're going to get bigger. And I think that's going to be a huge theme that plays out across 2025 as the strong get stronger.
As the curtains begin to close on 2024, the stage is ablaze with speculation in the stock market, where two titans, Nvidia Corporation and Meta Platforms, are making headlines. Nvidia finds itself precariously balanced, holding firm near its crucial 20-day averages, hinting at a possible change in the winds. Meanwhile, Meta Platforms is subtly preparing for what observers anticipate could be a significant rebound above its 50-day average. These developments are causing a buzz among analysts and investors alike, almost as if there's an electric anticipation in the air. But the question remains, what lies beneath the surface of these dynamic shifts? Let's delve deeper into the intricate dance of these stocks, explore what it means for potential investors, and unveil the forces at play as 2024 races toward its finale. Welcome back, everyone, to Investocracy.
Dan, just tell me why I shouldn't be concerned if I own Palantir that it trades at 50 times sales and that the insiders have been selling hundreds of millions of dollars worth of stock in the last 6 weeks and it's gone vertical and they keep trying to goose it by getting into different index. It just feels like a very promotional situation for an admittedly strongly positioned company that just seems like it's become a little bit of a cult.
Yeah, look, Mike, I definitely, bull-bear debate, it's almost reached Tesla-like sort of emotional bull-bear debate on Palantir. Look, to me, it's really about, it's not about in the next year in terms of what this thing's trading at. I view it as, can Palantir be the next Oracle, the next Salesforce? If that's true, and I believe that's true, then this is a name that goes much higher from here. In terms of what you're talking about, I think that's why you got to focus on AIP, as they prove out this sort of enterprise use cases, and can this be something that expands to ultimately 30-40% of this overall revenue? I think that's the key. But I don't get too caught up in some of the noise. I just focus on all of our checks. And that's why Palantir, look, the haters, they hate it as a teenager as a stock, despise it as a senior citizen. And I think this is a stock that has potential to be 3 digits and higher.
In examining the stock market landscape, Nvidia Corporation's technical analysis reveals fascinating patterns. As per Benzinga Pro data, the stock price, which closed at $137.49, sits right on the edge of its 20-day exponential moving average, displaying a delicate balance that can tip either way. Interestingly, Nvidia's price also lingers slightly below its 50-day simple moving average of $139.96, which hints at a possible area of resistance. However, its position above the 200-day simple moving average of $117.63 suggests a longer-term bullish trend. The numbers tell a story of a stock playing hard to get, teasing investors with potential while maintaining an air of unpredictability. Transitioning to meta platforms, there's an apparent uptick in momentum as the stock rests above its 50-day simple moving average. Monday's closing at $591.24 places it above the crucial moving averages, signaling an upward trend. Yet, with a current price below the 20-day simple moving average of $609.59, investors are left waiting in suspense. It's almost amusing to think that just when investors assume they've got a handle on things, the stock market reminds them it's like a game of Guess Who, filled with surprises and pivotal turns. Add to this mix the whispers of an AI-driven future, and both stocks seem poised for a transformative journey. But before going on with the video, are you into cryptocurrency? If so, check out our second channel, Investocracy Crypto. We bring you breaking news, expert analysis, and the latest trends in the fast-moving world of digital assets. Whether you're a seasoned crypto investor or just curious about the future of finance, we've got something for you. Click the link in the description to subscribe to Investocracy Crypto now. Don't miss out and stay ahead of the game. Now, let's get back to the video.
And I think NASDAQ 25,000 a year from now is something that we're going to start talking about going into the end of next year, early 26.
Yeah, so much of this, there it is, the last line there, so much of this depending on, the numbers are staggering. We talk about them all the time, quarter to quarter. But you think AI CapEx is going to exceed $1 trillion. Why? In 2025, I should say. Yeah, right. Why? Yeah.
It's everything we're seeing. Look, that's why we travel the globe, right? It's trying to understand where the AI CapEx is and what's happening in the market. I think Street's underestimating AI CapEx potential by 30 to 40%. And I think the biggest thing here is the multiplier. For every dollar spent on an Nvidia chip, there's an 8 to 10 multiplier across the rest of tech. That's why you have names like the Messi of AI, Palantir. You have other use cases that are now starting to be in software, Salesforce, front and center. And this is just the beginning. It's get the popcorn out because the rest of tech now sees the benefit of the AI revolution.
Behind the scenes, industry stalwarts like Jim Cramer are casting cautionary notes, especially regarding Nvidia. In a recent post, Cramer highlighted a potential market correction for the tech giant, drawing upon its meteoric rise and a possible reversal that, in his words, could be vicious and fast. Compound this with Nvidia's ongoing antitrust investigation in China over its Mellanox Technologies acquisition, and the plot thickens. TF Securities analyst Ming-Chi Kuo likens this legal hurdle to Qualcomm's past struggles, forecasting a likely drawn-out resolution. On the flip side, optimism surrounds Meta platforms. JP Morgan recently raised its price target to $725, supporting the projection with an overweight rating. Their analysis anticipates significant growth in the internet sector by 2025, fueled by a pivot towards AI applications. The enthusiasm doesn't stop there. Truist Securities, via Youssef Scali, also bumped Meta's target price to $700 based on solid growth indicators. With both companies primed for significant AI investment, the stakes are higher than ever. But before going any further, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. These videos take a lot of effort and time to make, so if you enjoyed them, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This goes a long way in helping us grow. That said, back to the video.
Although, Dan, people are still now this morning looking at Adobe's guide, on the back of it, Oracle's guide. Is there going to be some kind of pause or chance to breathe, you think, in early 25?
Yeah, Carl, I think there's definitely chances to breathe, but when I look at sell-offs in Oracle, sell-offs in Adobe, I think you buy these dips because it's where I see this going over the next 12, 18, 24 months. Because what we ultimately, how we view this all playing out is the use cases are now front and center. And the street will sell these off near term, just like we've seen other names sold off over the last year, whether it was Palantir, Tesla, Apple, and others. But now that AI revolution, it's coming, not just to the enterprise, but coming to the consumer, and that's through Cupertino, which is why I think Apple's going to be the first $4 trillion market cap, potentially by the end of this year or early 2025.
Do you buy Meta stock on the fact that Zuckerberg, as we just heard from President-elect Trump this morning, went to visit him in Mar-a-Lago, is giving money to the inaugural campaign? Bezos, he said, is going next week. We know Elon Musk, and it's worked for Tesla. Are these fundamental reasons to buy the stock?
Look, I think there's been early Christmas present, early holiday present when Khan's out at the FTC. I think it changes the dynamics. You can have massive deal making. We think deal making is going to be at more than 50% in tech. And I think who's the stronger going to get stronger. That's going to benefit Meta. It's going to benefit Alphabet, clearly Amazon. And then the one that benefits the most is, I think, Musk and Tesla. It's our view at the end of 2025, we're likely staring what could be a $2 trillion market cap for Tesla on the autonomous vision and deregulation in the Beltway.
In conclusion, both Nvidia and Meta platforms find themselves at intriguing crossroads. Nvidia's consistent performance and ongoing narratives around market correction present both risks and opportunities. With shares having risen by 185.43% year-to-date, it commands attention from investors looking for growth against market volatility. The consensus target price suggests a promising upside, though caution remains crucial amid regulatory challenges. Conversely, Meta seems ready for a bullish run given its strategic AI investments and strong market positioning. The promising analyst predictions and a robust year-to-date performance of 70.74% provide a compelling case for potential investors. Its projected growth trajectory aligns with broader tech advancements, offering a persuasive argument for an investment. As we venture into the new year, the relative uncertainty and potential upsides of these tech giants challenge us. Are you ready to invest in the changing tides of Nvidia and Meta platforms? And finally, if you would like to know what companies like Nvidia have been up to these past few days, go ahead and click on the next video on your screen. See you there.